ragazzi, come andiamo? Ciao mammina che mi guardi? Allora, so today we are going to talk about Gabriel's Inferno. This is a very important... Mamma, non devi schiacciare la richiesta per fare la diretta con me, non schiacciare niente. So we're gonna do a little direct today because I want to talk about Gabriel's Inferno, and you know, if you guys have some questions and stuff like that, I'm gonna be here for like 45 minutes. Then I need to leave you guys because I need to start, you know, studying and prepping some stuff for tomorrow. I'm super happy these days. I started to play my guitar again after 25 years. I actually played it for just, you know, like a month when I was 12 for the church at the school that I was going through, that I was going at that day, at those days, sorry. And so it's you know, it's good to get back to those habits. Let me just place this phone in a better way. Yes, here we are. So, guys, Elimara, the queen, is with us. I was saying, I'm here to answer all your questions about Gabriel's Inferno, and I'm gonna spoil to you guys something. So I hope that nobody's gonna see me from the production because they always get crazy at me. You are my Dante. Thank you so much. Let me try to see if somebody is there, and we can actually do a direct all together. Let me see. Will you join the Gabriel's Inferno premiere online? Of course I will. Of course I will. As you guys know, the premiere was supposed to be the 25th of May in New York, but as far as we know, it's not possible at the moment. Ellie, no, she's with me. Ciao, Ellie. So we're gonna do something different, and I'm totally gonna be there, absolutely. So you guys can ask me whatever you guys want. Let's pop up with the wine. With the wine. Yes, Ellie. Soon we will see each other, and we're gonna make a good party in our old-fashioned way. What is your favorite part of the book? Well, I don't know. To be honest, I don't have a favorite part of the book. It's a very long story. It's very complicated. I would say that I really enjoyed the part where he actually realized that she's the same girl that he thought that it was a dream. And so, you know, as an artist, as an actor, it's really interesting to, you know, dig into some, you know, in that kind of a psychology and try to put yourself in that same situation. And the first thing that you actually feel is how dumb I am, how stupid I am, how stupid I was to actually treat that girl in that way. In general, treating girl in that way is not good. Treating girls in that way that Gabriel's is treating Giulia in the first part of the first book, it's not right in general, but it was, you know, it was actually dealing with a lot of pain, and it's the way that it was actually trying to, you know, survive with himself and with all the pain that it was carrying around. But I would say that, yes, that was very interesting for me as an actor to try to play with that sort of a, you know, guiltiness and you know, discover and then at the same time trying to gain her trust back. So that was quite interesting. Did you have anything besides accents that you did to prepare? Of course, I had to, you know, I had to work a lot with an accent coach for, you know, the American accent, and I had to work, of course, on my acting. So I started, you know, when you do something like Gabriel's Inferno with the amount of followers that you have, you know, that a book like that have all around the world, it's very difficult to make everyone happy. So of course somebody will not be happy, somebody will be disappointed. That's because when you read a book, you guys have your own imagination, but I would say that Tosca was so good to actually respect so much the book that I had to really prepare myself to be that exact same person, you know, and that was not easy. That was not easy because some part of Gabriel are difficult to understand. You know, I had to dig myself into that sort of a, you know, of mentality, and you know, I had to really imagine what it would be like to lose a child, and to, you know, deal with drugs and stuff like that. And then, you know, it was very interesting. I had the chance to work for a couple of months on the script, and I personally loved to work with Melanie. When we met each other via Skype, the first time I remember was like probably the 22nd of August or something like that. I felt that she was perfect. I felt exactly that she was the person that I was imagining while reading the script and reading the books. And when we were on set, the chemistry we had, and you know, everything that happened between us as professional actors was fantastic. It was very natural. I never felt that we were acting. We were just talking to each other, which was great. So it's good. I'm really, really happy. And I've seen the trailer. The trailer is good. It's very, very good. Of course, it's a super long movie. You know, when you try to make a movie out of a book, I mean, it's very difficult to, you cannot translate every page of the book into, cinematically speaking, into a shoot. You need to choose. But Tosca was very much good on this, and she was really trying to, you know, get the best out of every page, which is an enormous amount of work. And I really, really love the trailer, but it's nothing compared to the movie. The movie is just insane. I know that I couldn't watch it, but I know that Sylvan has it and other people has it, and the only thing that they can say is that it is exactly what they were expecting. So and even better probably. So I'm very much happy about it, and I can't wait to see it. I can't wait here to say angel fucker. Yeah, I love that bit. What was the most difficult scene for you? Well, I don't know, to be honest. Probably in the very beginning, I was carrying a lot of expectations and a lot of, you know, stress, anxiety, because of course I was dealing with a huge fan base and a lot of expectations. So, you know, I'm an Italian actor. I speak English, but of course I was not really an American guy. And so when I first started to work on my accent, I understand the amount of work that I had to do. And that moment, probably when I started to work with my accent coach, I realized that, you know, I had to really do the extra mile to gain your trust, guys. And we did it. I did it. I really pushed everything. I really put everything that I had into this movie, everything that I could. I did it in the best way possible. I was very well supported by Tosca and other people on set. But at the end of the day, what matters the most is you guys. So we did this. We did it for you and to please you in the best way possible. And so it was hard. I mean, shooting 18 hours a day, 18 hours a day, 19 hours a day is tough, guys. It's very tough, and it's not my language. So of course I speak English, as you guys can tell. But you know, acting in English and acting in American is a totally different thing. So was really difficult, but I did my best, and I really hope that you guys will love it. I love it. I loved it while I was working, and again with Melanie. With Melanie was the perfect chemistry. Really, I couldn't ask for anyone else to work with. You know, when we talk about partners and stuff, there is a policy, you know, like a gentleman agreements that we always are trying to be kind, even if we don't like each other. But at this time, it was just crazy. I mean, it was just perfect. Like, we were talking to each other like I was talking to my closest friend or my closest love that I'm known her since ever, from day one, which is crazy. And yeah, it was an incredible experience. So let me see, what have I done to my back today? Cosa ho fatto alla schiena? I was just, sono delle punture perché ho i miei problemini di fibromialgia. You know, guys, I have fibromyalgia, and so sometimes my back hurts a lot. So I have to, you know, help myself. Otherwise, it's not good. But in general, I'm healthy right now. I'm doing good. My Wim Hof method, which is basically the ice and the cold water, helped me out so much. It really changed my life. So I recommend that to all of you. But anyway, let me see other questions. Sono bravo in inglese contrariamente a quello che si pensi. Ottimo accento. Grazie veramente, Brunette from the block. Thank you very much. What was your favorite scene of the movie? Well, I have many. Probably. Well, I would say that something that I loved very much was the love scene at the very end of the first book and at the first, you know, script, the first movie. Because, you know, we were very good partners on set, but of course when you have to, you know, play something like that, it's always very tricky, and, you know, you can feel shy, awkward and stuff like that. And most of the time is very much like, you know, you try to kind of pretend that, you know, you're doing something. But again, and I don't want this to be taken as a bad way, but in a bad way, but the amount of chemistry that we had was so good that we actually really trust each other in a way that I really experienced probably one of the best things that I ever had in my entire life since I'm acting. I'm talking, of course, professionally as an actor. It was so natural and so real and so emotionally, you know, we were so emotionally connected that was very much, I was kind of shocked, you know, I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be fantastic. Fans will love it, because the amount of emotions that we put in was just out of this world. And yeah, so, and many others. I mean, I have a lot of, I mean, one of my favorite one is the one in the class when I'm actually, you know, talking to her and saying, Miss Mitchell, and we have that huge, you know, argument about, you know, I need to talk to you after class, and she's like, yeah, you can send me an email. I'm like, no. Well, you know, just give me, tell me when I can talk to you and come meet me in my office. She's like, well, another time, professor. And from there, we start to actually argue without saying to anyone that we're actually talking to each other. And that was very interesting. But anyway, do you have any similitude with Gabriel? Well, I don't know. I actually fell in love with the character of Gabriel the first time I read the book. I think it's a very interesting character. I think he can be very much misunderstood as a dickhead, but he's not. He's just a broken heart that does not know how to deal with pain, and is just trying to deal in the worst way possible, which is basically self-hurting himself. And I think that there's a lot of people out there today, including me in the past, that were not able to deal with pain. Pain is a very difficult thing to deal with, especially emotional pain. Because, you know, the physical pain can somehow finish some way, somehow, with medicines and stuff, but the emotional pain is very much difficult to deal with. And so I started to, you know, try to see when and where I was that, you know, in such a dark time in my life, and trying to, you know, to use it to tell the story of Gabriel. And it was very interesting to get there to get again in that specific moment of my life with the brain and the heart of a 35-year-old man now. So, you know, Gabriel definitely teach me how not to judge people from their actions, but also from their actions. But most of the time, there is always a reason why people behave in a certain ways, and we as human beings tend to, you know, not express our pain, not show our pain to the world, because it's even more painful, because people take advantage of that pain, and so we close each other into a shell, and we try to avoid any sort of you know, contact with the world. We don't want them to see us in that pain. And so it was very interesting for me to try to understand how to make this not just, you know, an attitude, but a real need of trying to get away from everybody and self-hurting myself. Of course, from an acting perspective, I was trying to be as healthy as I could, you know, to perform, because every day Tosca was like, guys, come on, it's 5 a.m. Good morning. Let's do this. And till, you know, 10 o'clock in the evening, it was like very difficult. But, you know, it's very interesting. I think that us as storytellers are very much intrigued by people and by you know, unusual stories, unusual people. So not the perfect guy, not the perfect girl, but more like the unperfect of the imperfect, whatever. The you know, everything that is human, you know, guys, everything that has a reason, even if it's not what we expect, even if it's not what we want, even if it's not what we wish, but it has a reason, and we try to dig and see what's that reason for it, and why this is happening, and how I can tell the story and let people, you know, get close to that story and feel related. So that's very interesting for me. Sorry, I talk too much, but it's very it's very unusual for me to answer questions, and I'm not really good at it. So sorry, guys. What was your first reaction when you knew that you get the role of Gabriel? You're the perfect Gabriel. Thank you so much, Giulio, Peru. Well, I was like, holy moly guacamole. I was like, this is gonna be insane. I love this role, but I have to work like crazy on my accent. I have to work like crazy on a script. Guys, when you have a script that is 220 pages, it's just crazy in your own language. When you have 220 pages in English, it's fucking crazy. When you have 220 pages in American language, it's just not possible. It's just like, you know, it's that really fine line between fear, panic, and oh my God, this is fantastic. And I was always doing this. I was always crossing through, I'm not gonna be able to do it, to I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the best that I can to fulfill this need of people that wants to see the story, and that, oh my gosh, I cannot do it because it was very difficult. I was trying to, you know, work on my accent, and things were not there. You know, that they were not there natural. And you know, with that naturality, with that fluidity that you need to have to play such a character. But you know, I'm a hard worker, and I know that I can count on that, and I count on that. And even though I struggle a lot, especially in the very beginning, but I think I did a great job. Not because I want to take credit for myself, because it's not my job to say it. I'm pretty sure that you guys will see it, and you guys will have to decide if I did a good job or a great job or a shitty job. But I'm very much happy with myself, because I know that I put everything that I had into this role. I sacrificed my life for 4 or 5 months, and it was the best thing ever, because I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud to had the chance to do it and to prove myself that I'm capable, at least to try it. So whatever it's gonna be for me a success anyway, as far as I can tell to myself. Of course, I hope you guys will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it while I was doing it, but I'm pretty sure you guys will, because I know that Sylvan loved it, Tosca loved it, and everybody from Passion Flix and other people loved it. So I really hope that we are gonna love it too. But as an actor, I can really say that I couldn't done more than what I've done. So I hope you guys will be happy with my work. Tell us about the purple towel scene. No, I can't. In italiano avrà la tua voce o sarà doppiato? Beh, presumo la mia voce, però queste sono cose che non dipendono da me. I will save the dark, please. Tosca is with us. I'm so happy. Hi, Tosca. Love you very much. And congratulations for your nephew. Do you like Gabriel's character development along with the books? Yes, I loved it very much. It's very interesting and it's very challenging. As I said, as a human being and as an actor, to work with such a unique story, and to try to find a way to really understand the sense of that story and make it yours and tell that story up from your heart, not from your brain. When you're actually acting, you don't want people to see that you're acting. You want people believe that what you're saying is true because it comes from your heart, it comes from your gut, not from your brain. And it's very difficult to do it in Italian. Imagine in English with the American accent. But again, I was really helped by everyone on set, and Melanie as well was very nice with me. She was, she's Australian, but of course she speaks better than me English, but she was very nice. She was trying to help me to do all the things that we were, working on a script. Every Sunday we were like prepping the week out for like 3 hours. We were crashed by the week, but hard workers. Boom, 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 boom. Always on, always on, always on. And I think we're pretty happy with what we've done. I've seen the trailer and I think my voice sounds great. The accent is good, and we'll see. We'll see the rest. Hablo español, sí, hablo un poquito de español. Lo entiendo mucho más que lo hablo, pero lo hablo. That is a great scene. Ciao Francesca. Describe Melanie in 3 words. Well, she's super sweet. She's unique, and she's... I love her, guys. I love her so much. I can say anything that's just good words. I really love her. Like, I do love her very much. Like, for real. Did you read the books before you began filming the movie? Well, I read the books while I was filming the movie, the first book, because I wanted to... when you work with something like that, the mistake, or actually the tricky part of the job would be to actually have your own idea about what the book is and how to portray the character. I tried to avoid this because I did it in the past on a previous job that I've done many years ago. So I wrote the book, and basically I arrived on set and the director has a completely different idea from what I imagined, and it was very difficult to actually change that. Luckily, I worked with Tosca very much on the script, very specifically on the script. She gave me very specific details on how she wanted me to be. And so as soon as I knew that that was exactly what I was going to do and how she wanted me to be, I started to, read the book with that mentality. So that really helped me to actually, portray the right Gabriel that Tosca wanted me to, and which is the Gabriel of the book, without having me imagined a different Gabriel. So I didn't have to fight against my idea, my own idea, and your ideas, or the idea of Tosca. And I think is the best way to go in this particular situation. Have to love the tormented soul? Yes, I do, because I have one. Is it hard to play anger when you have to shout at someone? Well, that's a good question. Well, I'm a very, I think I'm a very gentle person. I love to have a very nice environment around me, around myself, especially when I work and in general in life. I love animals, I love nature. I really don't like to do wars. I love martial arts because actually they bring me peace very much. And of course, because if somebody wants to, play you around, you can still kick asses, but it's not, it's not for me. I don't like violence. So in the very beginning of my career, that was something that I really had to struggle with, because I was not good at shouting people. I was not good at being, cynic and hard and, very strong and, connected to the power of anger that each one of us have. But little by little, I trained and I developed myself also in that specific way. And now I have my own technique. So I try to imagine to be with somebody, with a certain people from my past that actually, made me suffer a lot. And I imagine to talk to them and say what I think about them. And so when I do that, most of the time, I'm not really aware of what I'm doing, because I get lost in that sort of a state of mind. But luckily, it's just for that specific, cut, for that specific scene. I don't go around in a city or in my real life shouting at people. I don't like it. And I don't like when somebody do it to somebody else. I really don't like people that are shouting to people. I don't like people that take advantages of people. I get really not in comfort with those kind of men. So I don't like to be one of them. But of course, for acting, you do it. So let me see, guys, other questions. Will you be filming the fourth book, Gabriel's Promise? Well, actually, now we have to film the second and the third. So we'll see. There's a lot of time for that, but I really hope so, and I'm pretty sure we will. Thank you. So proud of me. Thank you very much. Let me see other questions, guys. Accent does not take away from the character. When? Oh, thanks. How are you feeling that in a couple of days we're going to watch the first part? Well, I'm pretty excited because I want to watch it myself. I want to see what I've done. And at the same time, I'm like really scared because I wanted to, I want to make you guys happy. At the end of the day, we work for ourselves, but there's a part of us which really depends on you guys. And I mean, I can say to myself that I've done everything that I could to make it, to make the best Gabriel possible. And I'm pretty sure that I've done everything that I could. But at the same time, if you guys will be disappointed, I will be unhappy. That's the reality, is that I will be very unhappy. I will be like, fuck, why? Because it's just out of my control. But that's the job that we choose to do. And we have to accept the idea of being judged by someone else. And sometimes it really is really fulfilling. Sometimes it's fantastic, but sometimes it's really bad. And I think that, you need to smile about it in those cases. But of course, there's a part of me which is like, let's hope that they will love it. So we'll see. I'm like a kid, I get shy, I get emotional, I get like, let's see, let's cross fingers. But I hope that you guys will love it as much as I loved it. I really, really enjoyed myself doing that. And I will never thank enough Tosca and Passion Flix and, all the people, Ali, and, all the people that were involved into this project to actually give me, trusted me to do this movie and to be Gabriel, because I know it's a big responsibility. And yeah, it was one of the very best experience that I've done in my entire life, not just the acting one, but really in my entire life. The people I met, the quality of the people on set, I mean, was just perfect, you know. It was just really, really perfect. It was like a fairy tale. It was like living in a fairy tale. Yeah, I really miss to be on set. To be honest, I would love to be on set again on Fayetteville, when we were shooting, where we were shooting the Apple Orchard, those places more or less, and yeah, I miss them very much. But what to say? Well, could you confirm if there is a second part? Of course, it will be. You're amazing. I'm very proud of you in this movie. Oh, Tosca, thank you so much. I love you. I love you so much. Let's see if I can say something else about the movie. Si Gabriel estudia aquí como reaccionaria. So if I was Gabriel at this moment, how would I have behaved? Well, Gabriel is very different from the Giulio that you guys might know. Tosca was like, no, Giulio, Gabriel. I was like, okay, Gabriel. Gabriel is he listens a lot. He sees a lot through people. He sees a lot through eyes of the people. And it's like a compressed volcano that is ready to explode all the time. But at the same time, he tried to hold himself very much. But down deep inside himself, it's this big ball of fire that is ready to explode. So he really has this, kind of a poker face that is trying to control himself and all the anger that he has with himself, especially in the first part of the movie and of the book. But then, little by little, Giulia helps him to forgive himself and to be more, forgiveful, whatever, but to be more understanding with people around him, and also the family, and Scott and everything that happened. So little by little, there's a big transformation that is just not the way that he behaves. It's the way that Gabriel is with himself. He treats himself differently. And I think that that's very interesting. Because we all need someone to actually come there and say to us, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Everything is okay. Take your time. Take a big breath. You can be sad. It's fine. It's nothing wrong with that. And I think that he didn't have that, especially because he's been an adopted child. It's not easy to actually, find the need of love that this guy has and put it out there and live with it for 3-4 months while you're filming it, because it's fucking painful. It's very painful. We had a couple of scenes with Tosca and Melanie. Well, I really couldn't hold my tears. It's so painful, and so I get fascinated about people out there that might be as like Gabriel, or just by the fact that I was Gabriel in some moment of my life. I was actually, I was not happy about the fact that I was suffering a lot. And at the end of the day, it's fine, because we all suffer. We have to treat ourselves with love. And I think that that's what Giulia actually helped Gabriel to do. And I think it's very special. It's just a beautiful relation between these two people that actually, like two big fires that actually clashed with each other, and then at the very beginning they melt with each other and they start to transform themselves in something different, and it's very unique. And that's what happened also with Melanie on set. It was just fantastic working with her and with all the other people from the crew. Paul, James, and everybody, Krista, Margot, she's a lovely person, Richard, all my family, you know, was fantastic. It was a fantastic set. I couldn't be more lucky with that. Let me see other questions. Have you been in Assisi? Not yet. We will. Do you like Latin American women? Yes, I do. Claro que sí. What lesson Tosca gave you? What lesson Tosca gave you? Well, a lot of lessons. First of all, I never met a woman that is capable to work that huge amount of hours and then come back and have energy to spend time with their kids. Like, I was devastated by the amount of hours. I was like crumbling at home at 10 p.m. and I was like, please, I would love to order something to eat. I was literally, guys, I was sleeping on the restaurant table. And then Tosca was coming, this beautiful blonde girl with this beautiful big blue eyes with these two crazy kids. I love them so much. We always I play the monster and they ran away, and I love them and I miss them so much. But anyway, and so I was like playing the monster with them. I was like playing the monster face, and they were like giggling around, and Tosca was like, guys, come on, let's go to eat. And she was always happy. I mean, she's a very hard worker, and come si dice, l'etica, I don't know how to explain it in English, but basically she was able to very much divide her professional life to her personal life, and she had time for both of them. And also she's running a company, so every Saturday or Sunday she was like doing something else while I was dead in my bed. She was like, you know, working on a different project, working on a script, planning the week, working on other 25 other things that she do. I mean, she's an amazing woman, and also she teach me how to be very much specific on my work and be very respectful on the people that I work with. Not that I was not, but she is a pro. She's to another level, you know, like she did this and she did it with such passion, such drive, such love, and such respect for you guys that it was just overwhelming and was so, you know, like inspiring. I was like, where does she take all this energy and all this drive and all this passion? And I simply answer myself that she just loves it as you guys loves it. And I think that there's no better answer than that. So I really, really try to put myself into that mindset. And I mean, she has the Musk gene, so they're all genius in that family. So she makes no exception. Anyway, what to say more? Can you and Melanie married right now? Well, we can maybe in the future. Let's see. For now, we cannot see each other, but maybe we'll see. Giulia Tarantino, devo parlare in inglese purtroppo. Questa è una diretta per i fan di GABRIEL'S Inferno in America e in Sud America, quindi ti chiedo scusa, ma purtroppo devo parlare in inglese. In love like Gabriel was with Giulia. Have you ever been in love with like Gabriel was with Giulia? Yes, of course. I've been in love many times in my life, and and not all of them were ending in a good way. Of course, I had lovely, beautiful people that I loved in the past, and you know, I didn't have many serious girlfriends. I had probably 4 or 5 long stories, 3 years more or less each. But I would say that I love them very much, and sometimes they love me back, sometimes a little less. But I mean, that's part of life. So we laugh and we cry. That's what it is. Do I have a girlfriend now? I had it, and we are in the middle of a little bit of a break, but I mean, we still love each other very much, so we'll see. Are you veggie or vegan? Not really, no. I tried to be vegetarian in the past, but unfortunately, like, fibers are not really good for me. If I go too much on fiber, like my intestines doesn't like it, so I have to be omnivorous. I eat basically everything. I try not to eat meat, not that much, or at least white meat or fish. But in general, I'm a massive fan of the environment and in general of the respect that we have to, give to animals. So I would love to be even more, productive to that sense. And actually, I did a lot of things in the past. I'm working right now specifically on a project to actually use fish nets on the rivers to actually avoid plastic to get into the ocean. And I think it will be possible in the next year and a half, but it's, bureaucracy in Italy is very long and big, and it takes a little bit of time. But I think we will do the first one in Rome, and then from there I hope to expand this to the entire country, I hope. And then who knows, maybe other country will take this as an example, because I think that when it comes to be an environmentalist or a friendly people to the environment, you need also to not just to not eat meat or whatever, or animals in general, but you need to do something for them, because otherwise it's not sufficient. And so unfortunately I cannot just sustain myself with veggies, but I'm trying to do my part and to extend laws and stuff that will go through that direction. And I would love to be supported by you guys, but it's very difficult to let people change their habits. So it's a long process, but we're working on it, and I'm pretty sure that we will make big goals. We will. About Gabriel from the book to when you portrayed him. Is there anything that you wanted to change about Gabriel from the book to the film when you portrayed him? Well, I would say that I partially answered this question already. I think that Gabriel in the very beginning was very cynic and very hard on Giulia, and I'm not that person. So, and it was very difficult because Giulia is like, Melanie is like this little beautiful girl from the fairy tale. It's like she has this beautiful hair all over, shiny. She smells like flowers. She's always smiling, and she's just this. She's a tough girl, but she's very delicate. Like she has this white skin, perfect skin. She's like a little doll. So you don't want to ruin that, and so it was very hard for me in the very beginning to switch from when we were together out of set and being Giulio and Melanie to being into Gabriel's and and Melanie's and Julie's character. So in the very beginning, Tosca was like, more Gabriel. That is good. I love very much, but I need to see Gabriel. And I was like, oh gosh, let's go back. Let's do another one. And so I was trying to be more cynic and more hard on her. But then little by little, we found the right tone, and I think we did a great job. What to say more? Are you dating someone at the moment? No, not at all. If you can change something about your past, what do you change and why? Well, that's a nice question. I would say that I would not change anything, but if I have the chance to go back in a time capsule, I would say to myself in certain moments to be less afraid of fail, to be more capable to accept failure, to accept mistakes. In the very beginning of my life, I'm a perfectionist, as maybe some of you guys might know it. I built bikes, I was a dentist, so I was very much focused and concentrated and fascinated about little things and, turning something, and that thing has to stay there as much as possible forever. But unfortunately, that mentality applied to the real life doesn't really work, because we don't work that way. We're not mechanical. We're not robots. We are people, and people lives on emotions, and emotion might change. It's a state of mind. It's chemistry that might change from one moment to another. And so I was not accepting myself when I was failing. I was not accepting myself when I was not taking good grades at school. I was not accepting myself when I was, not able to find the girl that I loved at the time, and show myself for what I thought I was, but she couldn't see it. And so I was very much angry with myself in certain moments. And little by little, you need to learn how to let yourself go and be more gentle with yourself, because we deserve to be gentle first with ourselves and then with other people. If you're not gentle with yourself, you cannot be gentle with others. So it's very much that you start that you tell to yourself. Imagine, guys, that you have, like, this really changed because I met a guy one day and he said to me, "What will you say if you see yourself as a young kid right now in front of you? What would you say?" And I started to say certain things, and I was very angry at him. And it was like, "Why are you that angry?" And I was like, "Well, because I wanted to change this, and I wanted to change that." And it was like, "Well, the child is not able to do that. You are, as an adult, to do that. The child is only able to dream and to try to make that dream real. So don't be that hard on your child, because what you're doing is basically you're doing that hard on yourself still now, because that child is what we have here in our heart." And so that really opened my mind. Little by little, I started to understand that you need to treat yourself better if you want a better life. You need to treat yourself better if you want better friends. You need to treat yourself better if you want a better husband, a better wife, a better kid. If you want people to be nicer with you, you need to be nicer with yourself first and then with them. So it's very important. And I would say that, again, answering your question, I would say to myself, chill, relax, it's fine. There's no need to be that hard on yourself. Do the mistakes that you need to do, learn from it, and grow and go over, fall forward. That's something that I would love to do with myself in the past, but I can do it right now. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do. So I hope that I'm able to. And I mean, for example, the other day, a month ago, I started to play this thing, okay? I did it when I was 12. And it's funny because at the time I couldn't do it. I do it for like a month, and the teacher was very hard on me. It was like, "You're not able to play this guitar. You're not able to become a guitarist. You're not able to play in the church with the other kids." And I was so unhappy about the fact that it was making fun of me in front of the class, that it kind of shocked me to the point that I decided not to try to do it, just because I was afraid that people were, judging me in a bad way, and I was not able to do it. So I decided to put this guitar into the drawer, and this exact guitar, I found it now that I'm living in my grandmother's house, because unfortunately she passed away, and because I moved to LA, I decided to rent my place in Rome, so I didn't have a place to stay. I came here. I found out this. I didn't even remember where this was. This is exactly that guitar. And so in 1 month, I started to play it with Simone, the friend of mine that I post videos with. And, in 1 month, I started to learn things that I couldn't imagine to be possible for me. Like, I can learn a song in 10 minutes now, which is crazy. And I was able to do this because I was able to, take my time and say to myself, if you cannot do it, do it again. It's fine. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again until the moment you will succeed. Don't be angry at yourself. And I think that's the mistakes that as a society we tend to be with ourselves, because we have to succeed. We have to succeed economically. We have to succeed in life. We have to succeed and with family, with the people around us. But at the very end of the day, it's just that we have to succeed with ourselves. So, we have to be happy with ourselves. And if you're not happy with yourself, but you're happy because people think that you are in a certain place, that you have to be there, but you're not happy, it doesn't count a shit. It doesn't really count nothing. So be gentle with yourself. Take yourself as a little kid and show him the way to to achieve things, and it really changed my mind, it really changed my life. So whatever. Let's go back to the question. Spoiler man, I can spoil you that the second part of the movie will be out in July, and I'm pretty sure that now Ellie or Tosca is gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. So yes, I would say that July, I think, is the right time to deliver the second movie, the second part of the movie. Giulio, do you make a special accent to play Gabriel? Show us, please. Well, it's it's an American accent. Tosca, don't be mad at me. Ellie, come on. Guys, please defend me because they're getting mad at me already. Spoilerman has done it again, but they're not happy about it. The accent, well, it's an American accent, so I would say that I would say understand, and he'll say understand, and things like, I would say hospital, because I learned English in the UK, in England, and they would say hospital, things like that. I don't have now a phrase that I can say, but it's a very different accent. What to say? Exactly, I'm Spoilerman, and I had to do it, Ellie. I'm sorry. What do you think about Hannah Harderton? She's a lovely girl. I loved it so much. We had so much fun during the Walking on Sunshine movie. She's fantastic. We're super friends still, and she's doing great. She's doing a great career as a singer too. She's amazing. So just kind words towards Anna. Cosa manca di più nel periodo Corona? Well, I would say what I missed the most about the Corona period, in the Corona period, because I was in a Corona quarantine, because I was at home with my dog, was my my family. I'm Italian, so I love to see my mom. I love to see my dad. I love to see my nephew. I love to see all my friends. We are very affectionate people, so we love to hug each other. We love to share loves and emotions, and so I would say that was very much a part of something that was missing. But again, no voy a hablar español, no voy a hablar español ahora, por favor, porque mi cabeza no está pronta por eso. Tengo muy confusión en mi cabeza ahora. Pero hablo un poquito de español. Tenemos una novia de Argentina cuando teníamos 20 años, y por eso lo entiendo mucho, lo hablo un poquito menos, pero lo hablo, lo creo, lo puedo hablar. Ciao amore mio, ciao amici, ciao, ti voglio tanto bene con quella panciona gigante. Non vedo l'ora di vederti, Cri, madonna, non vedo l'ora che ti nasce questo fagiolino che vi vengo a trovare subito. Anyway, Giulio, do you want to date with me? Yeah, why not? Absolutely. If you guys want, you can actually try to see if I can accept a direct. We can do a direct together. So ask me a request, and I see if I can connect with one of you. And then I gotta go, guys, because tomorrow I have another audition. I need to study a lot, so I need to go back to my books. But yeah, try to send me the request. Let's see if I can. Do you think you and Melanie will work together again? Yeah, absolutely. We have to do the second and the third book, and the fourth most probably, and I really hope that we will have the chance to work together in general on other projects, because she's the best partner. Oh, Ellie. She's gonna be mad at me, guys. So please defend me from her, okay? Gosh. No. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Are you mad at me, Oil, about the second movie?
A
little bit,
but it's okay. We were gonna tell it in about a week, but thanks a lot for.
Okay.
But Tosca saw you. Tosca saw you, so you're in trouble.
Something, guys. Come on, this is my job.
It's okay. I have some good pictures that I can share with everyone today of you. I think they'll like them.
No, oh no, no, no. What pictures are you talking about? No,
Some
no,
good ones. Yep, we do.
do
We
it.
do.
Don't do it. Okay, listen, we can say this. Me and Ali have this very strange, weird joke. So from time to time, we send each other very weird pictures, and the most common one is the neck picture, which is basically me
The
sending
chins.
pictures like this and making the most weirdest faces. So I have yours too, Ali. So be
But I
careful.
haven't sent too many lately, so I have
Well,
way
I
more of
have,
you.
I have, I have a couple of you that are very good. So don't worry, there'll be enough.
I love it.
Are you
Okay.
good? Are you happy? Everything is okay?
Everything's good. Yeah, we're just excited to get the movie out and
Can't wait.
me too. Me too. I'm really excited. I'm really sad that we can't do the live premiere though. But we're planning on it for part two
Yeah,
if we
I
can.
know, I know, such a pity. But we will find a way to meet all the people, the fans. Absolutely, we have to. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
as soon as the coronavirus emergency is down, we will organize some great stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll make an announcement soon, but we're gonna do kind of a watch party and then plan to have you guys on an Instagram live so everyone can have a red carpet experience and watch
that's
from
good.
home.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Listen, I wanna try to talk with somebody, and then I gotta go. So
Yeah. Okay.
I'll talk to you soon. Miss you
All
very
right.
much.
You
Say
too.
hi to Tosca from me,
I will.
and nothing. I hope to see you as soon as possible.
Okay. Bye.
Ciao. So guys, let's see. I'm gonna choose another one. Let me see. 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 Let me see this girl, Carolina Valeska. Let's see if she can answer. And yeah, yeah. See you as soon as possible. Hello.
Hola,
¿Cómo estás?
bien, ¿y tú?
Todo bien, gracias. Estamos aquí en mi casa. Ahora son las 23 de la noche. Y tengo que ir a estudiar para mañana porque tengo mañana un test con una directora nueva para una nueva película. So, tengo que hacer toda la memoria, sabes, todas las palabras,
Claro,
todos
claro,
los trabajos que necesitamos de
así
hacer.
es,
¿Y
así
tú
es.
cómo estás?
Oh my God, no pensé que me ibas a contestar.
Are you
Y
good?
yo no entiendo mucho italiano.
¿De dónde eres tú?
Yo soy de Nicaragua, pero ahora estoy
Ah,
viviendo en Miami.
ok. So, ¿ahora estás en Miami?
Sí, en Miami, Florida.
Bueno, qué bueno. Me encanta Miami.
Muy feliz de poder conversar contigo realmente.
Ah, gracias, es mi
Soy súper
placer.
fan de ti, realmente. No pensé que te eligieran a ti para Gabriel, pero sí, eras uno de mis primeros favoritos. De hecho, es uno de mis libros favoritos y estoy realmente ansiosa de poder ver la película.
No, yo también. Gracias, gracias, gracias,
No, no, al
gracias.
contrario, y ojalá y puedan venir a hacer promoción a Miami. Me gustaría poder conocerte.
Sí, sabes, ahora tenemos es la emergencia del coronavirus, por eso no
Claro,
podemos
sí,
hacer
lo
la
sé, es
premiere,
muy
pero
difícil. Muy
no sé.
difícil acá también, acá así
La
estamos, todos en
situación en
cuarentena.
Miami está, ¿cómo está
Sí,
lista?
sí. Pues no, está igual, o sea, realmente tú sabes que a veces siempre hay personas pues que no toman las precauciones necesarias,
Lo sé.
pero igual estamos en cuarentena y pues solamente las personas que realmente son necesarias que tienen que trabajar, los médicos, los supermercados, todo. Entonces, pero pues ahí vamos.
Vale, cuídate.
Oye, me encantan tus ojos.
Gracias.
Soy muy fan, en
Vale.
serio, de tus ojos. Y oye, hablas muy bien el español.
No, lo hablo de un poquitito. Lo
No,
entiendo
lo
mucho
hablas
más,
muy,
pero lo hablo de un
no,
poquitito.
no, lo hablas muy bien, lo hablas muy
Tengo,
bien.
tengo que aprenderlo más, pero lo entiendo muy bien, pero lo hablo un poquito menor. Porque, ¿sabes? Tenemos 20 años cuando tenemos una novia de Argentina, por eso es como 15, 15, ah, 15 años.
Yo tengo 26,
Lo sé, lo sé. 26 es
26.
una edad muy buena. Yo tengo 10 años más que ti.
Yo sé,
Yo también.
pero no los aparentas, no los aparentas, no los
Gracias. Es porque
aparentas.
tengo un filtro en en el móvil.
No, mentira. Eres muy humilde, demasiado humilde. No, y eso no es
Carolina,
malo.
voy a hablar con una otra persona y después me voy que hacer porque debo andar a estudiar para mañana. Por eso, gracias, muy
Gracias
gracias
a
por
ti,
toda
gracias a ti.
tu esfuerzo y um, todo mi amor para ti, suerte
Gracias,
para
igual.
todos y tu familia también,
Bueno,
¿vale?
igual,
Cuídate.
igual. Cuídate mucho y bendiciones.
Espero que la peli te gusta mucho, ¿vale?
Claro que sí. Ojalá y pueda conocerte muy pronto.
Gracias.
Oye,
Chao.
deja grabado el live, porfa.
¿Cómo?
Que si puedes dejar grabado el live.
Eh, sí, lo
Gracias,
espero.
cuídate. Besitos.
Gracias a ti.
Bendiciones.
Ciao.
Abrazo. Chao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Karina. So nice, this girl. I love nice people, guys. Let me try again. Last one, and then I gotta go. We're gonna do. Let's see, because it's very difficult. You know, let's see. Let's see. There's another girl. It's called Chloe.
Hi,
How's it going?
fine and you? I'm French, so my English is so bad. Sorry
Oh, don't
for
worry,
that.
I'm Italian. I don't even know what the hell I'm speaking. If it's Italian, French, English, Spanish, my head is like so much confusion right now. But je voudrais parler français.
Ah,
Uh,
super!
no, petit pas.
Un petit peu? Great,
So
it's
we're
okay.
gonna talk in English. Yes. First of all, thank you so much for your support. And
Thanks.
that's me. Hello.
Thank you.
Where
It's a
you
pleasure.
from?
I'm from France, for Toulouse.
Oh, Toulouse. I have some friends there.
Oh,
I have a friend. She's from Italy, and she was studying in Toulouse at the university.
what university?
I don't remember
You
now,
don't
but
know?
no. But she was studying French business administration. So I guess
Ah, okay. So, okay. Maybe capital. I don't know.
probably yes. I don't know.
I'm studying labor law in capital
Oh,
in
that's
order
good.
to be a lawyer.
Oh, that's good. You know, funny thing is that when I met, I've done a movie last year actually. It's called Downhill, and
Yes.
I was actually about to play this guy Guillermo, which in the very beginning of the movie was actually a French guy. It was supposed to be a French guy, and it was a ski instructor that was supposed to be a French guy, but so they were looking for a French guy, but I had no idea how to do that. And so I decided to do the audition speaking in English with the French accent. So I was talking English like this, you know, like a French guy. And and the guy in America was like, "Oh, so you speak French?" I was like, "Yes, of course I speak French." And so they started to talk to me in French, and
Yes.
so I answered them in English with the French accent because I
Okay.
was trying to play the part, you know, and it was so funny. So I was actually hearing your voice now, and you remind me of that moment, but I had no idea what to say in French, with the with the French language. So I was just trying to improvise a French accent. But anyway, Chloe, so how old you are?
24 years old.
Oh wow, that's lucky you.
Why?
That's a good
I'm young.
age. 24 is great. I had
Yes, it's
so
great.
much fun when I was 24.
Uh,
Less
I was,
responsibility, you know, university, parents that still give you money here and there. It's good, you know.
yes. I was going in Italy with the COVID.
Well, with the COVID, it's going a little bit better, luckily, because people were really good on the lockdown, on the
Okay.
for you know, the very first part of the emergency. But unfortunately, you know, we're dealing with a very good warm temperature right now, and you know, people want to go out, and I do believe that it might be a little bit risky to, you know, underestimate it again. So it's going good for now. Numbers are good, definitely better than 20 days before, 20 days ago. But still, you know, it's just it's a crucial moment, I would say. So if the numbers will change, we're gonna go through a lockdown again, and I hope this will not happen because people need to work. You know, it's very bad for the
Okay.
psychology of a lot of people. So we'll see. I hope
Okay.
that people will be responsible and will use their masks and not make any
It's
mistakes.
not winning. Can I ask you a question about Gabriel's Inferno?
Sure, you can ask me whatever you want.
Did you improvise scene?
Scenes?
Yes.
Well, I would love to do that, but with Tosca, it's very difficult because she's very much on the book. So I would have loved to do that, and every time I did it, she was like, "That's fantastic. Okay, now let's go back to the book." So she was letting me do it, but she was very much concentrated on, you know, the story and using the exact words of the book. Because unfortunately, when you have this huge amount of fan base, it's very risky. It's very tricky to, you know, somehow do something that is wrong. Because people will be like, "It's not in the book. Why did you invent it?" So, from my perspective, I would love to do that because it's funny, you know. But from her perspective, she's 100% right. So I totally understand, and was not possible to do that. But you know, the amount of words that we had was sufficient enough to keep us busy because we had a lot of things to do.
Did you drive a Jaguar like in the books?
I can say this.
Okay.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
Okay.
You'll see it.
Great.
You'll see it.
I will see
Anyway, Chloe, I gotta leave you because I gotta go and study my part because tomorrow I have an important meeting and I need to be fully prepared. So I want to say
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, and hope
Good
to.
studying.
Yeah, too. Good luck with your lawyer university. I hope to hear from you if you're gonna love the movie. Okay.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.
Good night.
Thank you. Ciao. So, guys, again, thank you so much for your time. All these languages. I gotta go now. I gotta go and study my part tomorrow. I have a very big audition with some people, and I need to be fully prepared. I have a lot to study, so I need to really go and concentrate myself. So I have to, you know, leave you guys. But I will do another direct next week. We will organize something with Ellie, and nothing. I send you my love right now and my warmest hug, and good luck with the virus and stuff, your family. Hope you guys are safe, and hope to hear from you as soon as possible. I will do another direct in the next, again, week. So, ciao. Thanks so much for your time. It was a pleasure. Ciao, ciao.